On to city politics now as we take a break from the coronavirus. A lot more on that story coming up throughout the course of the evening. But on to city politics, and a team of administrators will be sent in now to restore service delivery in troubled Tshwane. This is after the Gauteng Premier David Makhura dissolved the council earlier today and placed the municipality essentially under administration. You'll know that the municipality has been without a mayor and a city manager for weeks now. The DA says it will apply to have the decision set aside in court. Joining us from the party is the DA's Moriarty. Mr. Moriarty, good evening to you. So, you would have seen this coming because earlier your acting leader, John Steenhuisen, said he would take this to court if it came to pass. Is that your next move?
Well, certainly it's our next move. What we're doing right now is to look at the documents as they were that emerged from December onwards when MEC Maile announced his intention to put the city under administration. I just want to say one thing. You talked about a restoration of service delivery. Services have continued the whole time. The only thing that the city of Tshwane lacks is what they call an executive authority. It has all of the staff, it has all of the delegated authority, the functions are being delivered, the services are being delivered. There's just no executive authority.
So what exactly do the administrators do then?
I don't know. It's a good question. Probably just to take out politicians altogether so that there's just accountability to a set of bureaucrats who are emissaries of MEC Gauteng Maile. But the fact of the matter is that the MEC and the Premier, what they announced today was wrong in facts. All of the information that MEC Maile requested in December was provided to him, and he's also wrong in his process. There are flaws in his process, so this thing can be overturned quite easily in our view.
It's getting ugly, though, because the Premier said any court challenge that your party brings is tantamount to blackmail.
I don't think that that's correct. I think the fact of the matter is that there's an easy solution. He must just get his councillors to come to a meeting. They must go to the meeting, vote, perhaps vote for an ANC mayor. That's fine. We'll go into the opposition benches, but they must arrive at meetings. So the whole problem has been his own colleagues.
How has it got to this? This is what Premier Makhura says, and I'm not going to quote the entire speech, but he says the municipality is currently incapable of carrying out its constitutional obligations, doesn't have a mayor, no municipal manager, council has failed to meet and consider matters that affect the functioning of the municipality and service delivery. Was it necessary to reach this point?
No, it definitely was not necessary to reach this point. And certainly from our side, our council has always arrived at council meetings to conduct themselves for the business of the city. Unfortunately, the ANC and the EFF sought to disrupt in sometimes very violent fashion, carrying out the acting speaker at the one time. We had to go to a court to overturn an illegal decision that was carried out while they put their own person. It was a real coup d'etat at the time. So we were standing on principle, standing on the rights of anybody that's been elected in a democratic dispensation, which is important because next year's elections might see a whole raft of councils that are under minority government, where there's no outright winner. And if we don't set the principle correct here in Tshwane, it's going to be a problem going forward for any number of municipalities elsewhere.
You've seen the statement from the Premier. He gives 6 reasons for the decision that he's taken today, including, and I quote, a flagrant disregard for the Municipal Finance Management Act, unauthorised, fruitless and wasteful expenditure flagged by the Auditor General. That is a massive indictment, surely, against the administration that was being run by your party.
Well, the fact of the matter is none of that is true, and we'll say so before a court. What we've had as far as the financial management of the city of Tshwane is an improvement in the ratings by Moody's and other ratings agencies. They've seen us turn around a deficit into a surplus, and from their point of view, the city is in a far better financial position.
But it did happen under a mayor, Stevens Mokgalapa, who then left in disgrace.
Well, he left in disgrace because of some other matter that had nothing to do with what he's actually putting on the table over there. None of that is actually true.
But it's emblematic, Mr. Moriarty, of the chaos in the Tshwane Metro Council, isn't it?
Well, I suppose that anybody like yourself and any casual observer would look at this thing and observe chaos. But where is it emanating? It's emanating from councillors just refusing to attend a council meeting, and if they don't want the DA mayor, then they must vote for an ANC mayor or somebody else. And the problem is that the ANC and the EFF couldn't find each other to get an agreement with each other.
Very quickly, have you filed papers yet?
Not yet. Obviously, we're assembling the facts. We are having our attorneys look at the law. They're obviously putting out affidavits, as they always do. They've got to be checked. They've got to be signed off. I would imagine the earliest will probably Monday or Tuesday.
All right, Mike Moriarty from the DA, thank you very much
Thank you,
for joining us. SA Tonight, and still to